do my first budget deck. I don't think it's my first. I might have done one before, but I don't remember it if I did. I don't really do budget decks because my collection is very specific. As far as I've seen, and I haven't seen anyone with a collection like mine, I really recycle everything. Like, everything. Even if it's, like, seems really good. Sometimes I recycle it just if I think, well, I don't really use it in any of my decks, so I'm going to get rid of it. I got 2 of these recently, which is why those aren't recycled yet, but I'm considering getting rid of these again. Dr. Pepper is a difficult one. It keeps coming in and out of my collection. But yeah, my collection has a lot of legendaries and super rares, but overall it's pretty empty. I really filter out my collection very heavily and only leave in what I really think is good. Which is why I haven't really done budget decks before, because a lot of the uncommon and rare cards are definitely not bad, just not good enough. So, like, at really high leagues. So, what I'm going to do is, though, I noticed that, I actually had most of the cards to make this deck. All I had to craft was 4 Elderberries. Elderberry's a really good card, but I recycled it because it wasn't a very fun card. And I've already gotten to Ultimate League, so I didn't really care too much for anything but fun. So, although this was a good card, I got rid of it for a bit. And, actually, I think that's it. So anyway, this deck, I think will perform quite well. I am going to be playing at rank 44 Taco League right now, so don't expect this to, like, do perfectly, but if it can at least nearly beat someone with this, it'll show that it's a decent budget deck. Now, I just want to quickly talk about this. I hopefully don't want to go into too much detail, because there is a lot I could definitely say about budget decks, but honestly, there's so much it warrants its own entire video. But what I'm going to say is, you probably won't have all the cards for this. Your collection, if you're brand new, is actually you probably have legendaries and super rares. It's just that you only have 1 copy of almost all of them. And honestly, all I can say is, just recycle. Like, if your legendary isn't really good, you could honestly recycle it and just get a whole bunch of rares. Getting loads of copies of 1 card is way better than getting a copy of a really good card. I started doing way better in this game as soon as I started crafting 4 super rares with 4,000 sparks instead of crafting 1 legendary. Honestly, don't even go for legendaries when you're starting out, even if they look nice and cool and all that. Just don't go for them. Go for super rares. Go for good super rares. So anyway, because of that, since everyone's collections is going to be very different, and you're going to have holes in this, I just want to say the kind of cards you should probably add in. First of all, if you have any Galactic Cacti, instantly put these in, and you can definitely take out some Kernel Pults. Kernel Pults aren't a bad card, but overall 1/2/2s just outmatch this. The only reason that I'm not running them is because the only 1/2/2 I have for Wall Knight is Galactic Cactus, which is a super rare, and I've tried to make this deck as cheap as possible, so I didn't want to put it in. I've recycled my 1/2/2s for the Solar class, because they're not very good in my opinion. Well, they're not bad, but just, again, not good enough. So if you have Cosmos or Morning Glory, you can run either of those. The point is, you just want something that's a 1/2/2, or Kernel Pult. So then, I'm running 3 of these because you can put these in the water if you evolve these. Also, they're a nice way to whittle your opponent down. Other cards you could add to the deck is Thingy. This card is the only card that that is better than a rare, Shamrocket. This is basically rocket science for the plants. If you don't have this card, which you probably don't because you have to craft it to get it, or wait until St. Patrick's Day and get it at the event, and you don't want to craft it, you can always put in 2 squashes. I'm not putting in 2 squashes just because I want to keep this deck mostly quite cheap. Now, another card you can consider adding into this, for every empty space you have, if you have any Sages, just plop them in. Overall, higher up, these cards are pretty bad, but honestly, with like the more disjointed decks where you don't have every copy of everything you need, it really helps pull the deck together. It doesn't make everything better instantly, but it helps. And finally, I'd use Sunstrike, if you have it, and put that in your deck to, just as so that you have a finisher. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go now. We are already running quite a few strike through cards, so maybe Sunstrike isn't a great idea, but the reason why we're running so many strike through cards is they're a nice way to whittle people down. The thing is, with budget decks, you're not going to be able to suddenly kill them in 1 turn. OTK decks and just general decks with a lot of burst damage tend to have a lot of legendaries and super rares. So we're going to have to whittle them down slowly, and strike through is the best way to do it. Honestly, Cosmic Flower I feel is kind of an underrated card because I don't really see many people playing it all the time. So Pumpkin Shell might not seem like the best addition to this deck, but there's a reason why I played it. This combo. If we play this here and then play this on top of it, we would have this thingy, we would have a 4 cost 7/8 strike through. Now, technically, it is a 7 cost because it's a 4 and a 3, but the point is, it's on turn 4. On turn 4, having a 7/8 strike through is absolutely ridiculous. In fact, I really shouldn't have to tell you that, but, you know, just in case. Apple Saucer, although his ability is a little bit underwhelming, simply being a 2/3/2 is so impressive, and putting it behind Walnut is really good. It can't be Rolling Stoned, and it trades amazingly with everything. Really, and it's one of the only cards that is a good trade with Dr. Space Time, which is a very good card that the zombies could have. Okay, so we didn't save any brains for tricks, so I can put this here. Before you say he could have conjured a sports trick, I'm pretty sure the only sports trick is Backyard Bounce. It would have got discounted by 2, but it still costs 1 if he had 0 brains, so he wouldn't be able to play it. And here's where we're going to make him panic a bit. By the way, remember this is an Ultimate League opponent, so if we win this... told you so. Oh, he didn't save any brains for tricks. That's a bad idea when I'm about to put a springboard down. I think the best thing is, if he plays another sports coach now, I can just hammer this, even though it's invincible. Called it. Okay. Let's see what card we get from this. Oh, that's quite useful. Starch Load is in this. It's actually in this deck. There's 4 copies of it, mainly just for card draw. Oh, he got that as his starting power. The lucky bugger. That is usually such a bad starting power. We'd rather take 1 damage than 2, and we may as well give it a health buff. And I can't see that being useful later on, so I'll just use it. Whatever goes there, we probably play Apple Saucer against. Ah. That's Sumo, but the worst you could do is put this to 1 health by putting it in front of the sports coach, which still wouldn't kill it. Oh wait, could it be... It can't be Rodeo Guard, because it costs 7, and I don't think I think he spent all his discounted cards from Cosmic Sports Star. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it is Sumo. It says strike through now, so it's a good thing that we kept this in our hand. Don't, by the way, if you were like having to miss turns and let him hit face to try and get the strike through, you're probably using it wrong. The strike through is really just there, so if you draw it late in the game, it's not like, oh, I got one of my early game cards when I'm supposed to be winning. Oh, this sucks. Okay, great. This is a really bad card, but it's good for protecting Starch Lord. That's basically all it's good for, but we kind of need that. Okay, another Sumo. Yeah, I was kind of a little scared that it was a Sumo, but there's really nothing we could do about it. We could have put a Spike Weed set to here, but he would have just put this in front of the... Oh. Oh no, that's still dead. Why did he put this in the water? Isn't like the best place for that to be for me? Like, besides being in front of the Starch Lord, of course. Oh, I didn't even think of this. This is also a nice combo. It looks like we might just beat this guy. In all fairness, I guess his deck is pretty budget style too. But it's a sports deck, and this isn't. And sports decks are pretty good. Like, really good. Can't get chopped. Oh wait, he's already used chop. I was about to say it can only be killed by rocket science, and I doubt he has it, and he has it. It's one of the only 2 cards left in his hand. Whatever. Okay. Ooh. That does not seem smart. He's got to have a trick. I'm guessing he has escaped through time, so we kill this like that. We could have put Snapdragon in front of it, but I feel like he definitely had escaped through time. And if he did, he could have just used it there, but I guess he didn't want to. Either that or he didn't get it. That might seem like a bit of a waste. Usually I don't play Geyser if I only heal myself for 4. But in this case we are kind of low on health and we don't have many cards, so it's not likely that we're going to get anything, like any good time to use it before we either win or lose. We have a decent chance of winning here. Oh, wow. He needs to roll a 3 or he's dead. Oh, he rolled it. Well, he still basically loses, right? Oh, no. No. Nerf gun. It's not a shrink ray, it's a Nerf gun. I mean, we've still basically won... Double 3s? Are you serious? Oh, never mind. Strike through. Oh, never mind. Just casually getting onion rings. This is why Conjur's really good in budget decks, by the way. I think we won. Oh, no. What can he teleport in? Trickster? I mean, it wouldn't win him the game. Oh, wow. He had double teleport. He's actually going to survive. No, he's not. Wait, yeah. He survived. No, wait. I don't know. If strike through hits this, does it then hit face? I don't know if this will block the strike through. Oh, no, wait. I forgot. Spikeweed Sector. He's lost. There you go. I beat an Ultimate League opponent with using a sports deck, with a deck with nothing but rares or lower with Wall Knight, except for 2 Shamrockets, which didn't even come up that game, so it didn't even matter. So anyway, that's this budget deck. I'll see you in the next one.